By request, here are some procedures for making quick and fast movies on Windows Movie Maker, for those of you being envious of the Mac's iMovies. It's found on the latest 3 versions of Windows, especially for the older versions if they've had the SP2 update. And it's located by starting in Start, and you go to Programs and then bring up Movie Maker. Oh, and don't let the colors here throw you. They're my just pre-selected colors that I have previously done for all my programs on your control panel. So we're going to start by first of all going to Edit and then bringing down Import into Collections. And there you'll go to your various choices for bringing in movies. Most of them, not all of them, are usable. And pictures and various audio files. If you don't see the files you've imported, go to View and then click on Collections, which will then provide them in a menu. Movies separately, and typically the audio and picture files often grouped as you perhaps have imported them. You can import a whole bunch at once, by the way, by of course using your Shift right and left key. Here and or later you can switch from a timeline sequence, which is just that, to a storyboard sequence, the latter of which is more useful for complex transitions and so on. Here you'll see a movie has been brought down, and that it was from its separate entry, as the case is with movies, and you can bring it down and cut or paste or copy to the top line for the video, adding the audio track separately, or you can make the audio track separately uniquely available by bringing it all the way down to the separate audio track. Here I've brought down a picture, a graphic if you will in this case, and it usually appears as a sliver to begin with, and you can expand it by hovering over and moving the arrow to the right, and you can also take the whole picture and move it or the video file to the left, which then overlaps it, creating a dissolve in the case of pictures or a segue in the case of audio files. Here I've brought down a additional audio track, which appropriately is denoted by a musical note, and notice it lists separately down on the secondary audio track additional to the audio track in the movie. Using tools, we can choose from a myriad of credits and titles, and then we can choose various video transitional effects, which is better controlled using the storyboard option, and likewise for various video effects. And we can also narrate it, and there are certain default options, which you'll notice is in the advanced options choice for narration, and you might have to turn off the mute speakers so you don't get any feedback, and go through a couple of iterations in terms of input levels and so on. You'll now see that there are 5 tracks showing, the top for pictures and video, which can be overlapped, and that transition overlap is shown on the 2nd row, and the audio from the video is on the 3rd, and the audio or your narration track, not both at the same time, that'll take a second pass if you're so inclined, and on the last row is your title or credit track. It is good practice for so many reasons to save your work in progress, which is done by going to File and Save Project, which the first pass will require you choosing the default folder. But thereafter, when you go to File to Save Project, it will already have been pre-selected and you won't have to go through that initial choice. And of course you can retrieve your previously saved project by going to Files and then Open Project. It is at this stage where you're probably ready to start saving your project as a movie, in which case you go to File and then Save Movie, as an audio file if that's all you have, or as a movie. My preference for YouTube videos at a moderate amount of resolution is after choosing More choices, and then Other settings, and then choose Video for Pocket PC Full Screen 218K BPS. You need the full screen to get the best choice. Good luck. I hope you have a good time.